I'm currently sitting on the front porch of my aunt and uncle's house. Obviously not at home, which I had this whole vlog that you guys were going to see instead of what you're seeing right now, but somehow some of the files got corrupt. I'm really not good with technology, surprisingly, considering what I do. Much better with the garden than I am with the computer. So I have a little bit of footage that I want to show you from yesterday and then some from today, but I wanted to give you a little bit of context, and I figured I would tell you this cool story since I was going to shoot this here in the front yard. This house that my aunt and uncle live in has been in our family for a really long time. Like, my dad's grandparents actually lived here. This is the house my grandfather grew up in. And then next door was my grandparents' house, and it's the house my dad grew up in. So this is just like these two homes here have been in our family for a really long time. And my aunt was telling me, I thought this was really cool, these two massive trees, they're huge, right here in the front yard. Those were planted for my granddaddy and for his sister Lynn very many years ago, for them to be that big. And my aunt was telling me that because she said she didn't want to take those trees down because they were sentimental, and I was like, well, what's sentimental about them? And she was telling me the story of how these trees were planted however many years ago for my granddaddy and his sister when they were kids living in this house. I think that's really neat. Kind of wanted to give you a little bit of context. We have our kitchen completely gutted right now. You've seen this in the past couple of vlogs, and we just decided to get out of the way and come visit my aunt and uncle that we haven't seen in several months, and just kind of take some pressure off of the kitchen area of our home and let Jeremiah work. So we're gonna do a little jumping around. I wanna go back to the farm before I left and show you that footage, and then I'll catch back up with you here to tell you a little bit about this trip and show you what we've been doing the last couple of days. Hey Mags. Gabriel, would you like attention, sir? Come on now. I think Gabriel would like his moment in the spotlight. Okay, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Ness. Hey, Clover. Check out this crew. Hey, Winona girl. Winona, I needed to check her out. My mom had the kids last night.
And she broke her neck.
Yeah, her neck was hurting.
No, she broke it.
I know she broke it. My mom broke her neck when she was a teenager. She has pain in her neck now.
No,
Benjamin's like, she broke her neck.
She broke it now.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, she sent me pictures of her garden this morning and was telling me how Ben was checking out her stuff very excitedly. Here, you want one? Okay, right here, look. Look at this cluster. What do you think? Do you see all those? That's pretty good, huh? Yeah, those strawberries kind of sour after all that rain. Look at these, Ben. Those are pretty big. A friendly reminder. If you use your sprayer to spray any sort of milk mixture, wash it out immediately. Don't wait a few hours. Not on a hot day. You'll forget. Take it from me. Benjamin somehow misunderstood something that my mom told him this morning, and he is insistent that it is going to be 400 degrees today. And I'm trying to explain to him that it doesn't work that way. Insistent. No, it's going to be 400 degrees, Grandma told me. I'm certain my mom did not tell him that it would be 400 degrees, but he's arguing with the passion of a 5-year-old that it will be 400 degrees today. He was playing in the water, and I was like, Ben, don't get wet, we gotta go out of town. And he's like, no, it's fine, it's gonna dry, it's gonna be 400 degrees today. The way I get excited about planning and planting gardens, and when I see a space come to fruition and like see it match the vision that I had for it, it's sort of like a creative expression for me, and it's very, very fulfilling. And this kitchen remodel is very much like that for him. Now, the basement was a little bit like that, but he has actually remodeled multiple kitchens before for other people, and this is the first time that he's been able to do one in his own home. So it's really cool for me, and I've had to kind of step out of the way because I will cut corners for the sake of being frugal, or, you know, I'll be like, oh, don't be extra, I don't need it to be extra. Like, I'll go really more for like a minimalist approach, not in a sense of like because I want a minimalist approach, but just because I'll say, let's just do what's easiest or fastest or cheapest, and that's just how I will do things like that for myself. But for him, and I think you guys have probably seen this before, like whenever he built the greenhouse, and there are just times that it's a creative expression for him. It's like a labor of love. He's very much like an acts of service person, love language person. And so when I realized that a couple of weeks ago, because I was kind of like, he was just being extra about it. He was being very extra. And I was like, you don't have to do all that, you don't have to do all that. And then I realized I was actually stifling something that he was enjoying the expression of. And so I was kind of like, okay, this is your baby. I know that I'm gonna be absolutely thrilled with whatever you end up doing. And I got out of the way. I feel like I should clarify, because I was talking about like the kitchen thing and Jeremiah and the love languages and all of that. I will love everything that he does. I just wouldn't have chosen to do it for myself. And sometimes you kind of just got to get out of the way and let somebody love you. Well, I'm just kind of trying to take a good last look at everything, because when I go, even just for 2 days, things will be so different when I get back. I am about to go load up all my children and their pillows and blankets, and we're going to go on a little adventure. The next time you see my kitchen will be the next time I see my kitchen. We'll both see it together and see what kind of progress has been made here in a couple of days. Hey guys, what are we doing?
Picking blues. I'm picking blues.
You can eat them right off the bush.
No insecticides, we like that. Woke up at my aunt and uncle's house this morning, and they mentioned that the You Pick Blueberry Farm here pretty close to where they live, about 40 minutes from where they live, was open. And I was like, yes, that is what we want to do. So we drove down here in North Louisiana, and we are picking some berries. Check that out, these guys. These guys are loaded.
You want a big one that was sweet and tasty.
Sweet and tasty?
Yeah.
You better pick some more. We gotta get enough to make some jam.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, we'll make jam when we get home.
Jam.
This is wild. Acres and acres of blueberries. They said over 3,600 blueberry bushes. You get some? Let me see. Whoa, you got a lot, man. I couldn't find you. You were over there just picking away. Everybody's down towards the end of this road. Looked around, I couldn't find Asher. I'm like, well, that's not good. I'm go looking for him. He's picked like half a bucket. He went off by himself so his brothers wouldn't bother him and keep him from picking.
Can I have your berries?
Huh?
Can I give you?
No, I'm not giving you my berries. Y'all teamed up and put them
We
together?
don't have bags. Well,
That's okay, because you're going to pour them into my bag at the end. Oh. Come on, we're going to make a cobbler.
don't team up with us. I want to eat mine.
Well, you'll be able to eat plenty. This is a lot of berries.
I have them all.
Whoa, Aunt Ann's the best berry picker.
Well, Uncle Bernie put some in there.
Oh. Malia's getting pretty close. I've got almost a full bucket here. About 6 pounds. Ben, grab one.
These are
Malia, you want to grab a bag?
Yeah.
Let's get a picture.
Everybody
All right.
blue tongues?
Yeah, let me see your tongues. Who all has a blue tongue? I do. Everybody say blueberries. Okay, so we've got 21 pounds of blueberries. So we've been down here at my aunt and uncle's visiting. Gonna spend another night. Just did some swimming next door. Isn't it crazy whenever you're an adult but you go back to the places where you were a child and you feel kind of like a child? Like, Whenever I'm at my aunt and uncle's house, I don't feel like the most grown up. I don't have to like fully adult here. My kids are here, I have responsibilities, but like I always know there's an adultier adult around. Oh, Rambo, you haven't even thrown it yet. Oh, he almost caught it.
He could get it. Look at that. He could reach up.
Oh, look, Uncle Bernie reached it.
Come here. All right. Ready? You ready?
Yay! Got it.
I threw it.
You gonna play fetch with Rambo some more?
Yeah. Okay.
Rambo is the fetchingest dog I ever did
Okay,
see.
I'm gonna hide these 2 balls, and then he's gonna try to find them.
What?
I'm about to introduce you. So this is Uncle Bernie.
Hi.
Uncle Bernie is my dad's older brother. This is Aunt Ann, grill master. This is Rusty. He's very old. He doesn't see well, but he's a sweet old man. And my cousin Ben just ran inside because the camera was out. Rambo loves to fetch. Good boy. Here's my aunt's garden. She's got down here, she's got some squash and strawberries and some oregano. Is this pineapple sage? Yep, pineapple sage. Basil. Some pepper plants. Oh, there's the tomato. I was about to say, she better have a tomato out here. Paul Robeson. A worthy choice.
Why are they getting the same stuff as us?
That is the same cart we have, huh?
Why are they getting the same?
Because it's a good one.
Okay.
My uncle built this bed. He does a lot of woodworking stuff. But they were telling me that they got this like neat thing that goes in the bottom of the bed, and I'll find out where they ordered it from so I can share it with you guys, because I thought it was really cool. It's like a self-watering reservoir that goes along the bottom of the bed, and you can fill it up so that there's water that remains down there and your plants grow roots down into it, but it collects water in the rain. And it just has this little thing here that when that white thing pops up, you know that there's still water in it. So she's got that rock over it. She was actually saying she hasn't had to water her garden because it keeps raining and that reservoir fills up and it's along the bottom. So they built the bed and they put those in and then put the soil over it and planted it. But it looks really good. So dinner is almost done and I'm gonna have to go inside. But I wanted to show you guys this one more thing really quick. So the yard that I'm standing in now is behind my Uncle Bernie and Aunt Ann's house, and they've lived here my whole life. So like my entire childhood was spent right here visiting these 2 houses, and right next door was my grandmother's house. You can see it here from behind. Now my other aunt and uncle live here now, and they're actually moving. This house is listed for sale right now. This was where my granddaddy's garden was, right back here. So I've shared before how my granddaddy loved to grow tomatoes, specifically brandywine tomatoes, and my entire childhood I just remembered coming visiting for the summer and the countertop being lined with tomatoes. And my granddaddy's been gone now for 12 years and my grandmother's been gone for 10. And they were really influential people in my life. I spent a lot of time, I spent about 3 weeks a year here with them. I would come on Christmas and spring break and in the summer, and they were just very, very dear to me. And of course, with that being said, my cousin Josh, who you all have met, these are his parents, whose house I'm at right now. And this is one of the little pockets of my family that I'm just very, very close to. So it's been nice to come down here and visit with them. So thank you guys for hanging out with me on this little trip. I'm sorry this vlog felt kind of scattered, but I really enjoyed getting to share it with you. I think I'm being called in for dinner because I'm not the adultiest adult here. I bless you guys. Until next time.